This is Brian, ScreenFiles.com in review. What I'm looking at today is 2020's Jiu Jitsu, directed by Dmitry Logothetis. And this is the type of movie that you want to like. It has Nick Cage. It has martial arts. It has Nick Cage. It has martial arts. So you want to like it. You really do. But the thing is, its story is too absurd and it's too derivative to be really enjoyable. Even the martial arts in the movie come out as more balletic in many instances. There's not enough of a visceral punch to them, which is interesting, if only because the director has also directed kickboxer movies, like Kickboxer Annihilation or Kickboxer or whatever. So you would think that he's accustomed to staging conflict, martial arts. And he can, obviously, but it doesn't feel kinetic enough. It doesn't feel real enough. So that's a problem. So the whole martial arts reason for watching this movie is kind of gone. And then there's Nick Cage.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah! Out of my eyes! Ah!
Who's more of a supporting character than anything else. Though that's not a bad thing if it were maximum Cage. It's not. I mean, he's present, he's there, he's collecting his check. His performance isn't bad. It's nothing great either. It's not as over the top as he tends to be. And that's not a bad thing in and of itself. Though it would probably better suited this movie if it were maximum Cage, which is to say, totally losing his shit. It would probably suit things better. Though the movie's greatest problem is less its direction, less Nicolas Cage, than the fact that the story is just so derivative. This movie is literally a helping of Mortal Kombat, the, I believe, 1995 movie, because the reboot isn't out yet, and Predator. It steals liberally from those sources. And that's not even a problem if you do it well. It doesn't, though it's so blatant in its theft, and it's not that enjoyable as a result. The story revolves around this alien hunter, the pseudo-predator, who comes to Earth, I think it's every 6 years or something, and fights our greatest champions. And to facilitate that, he brought us Jiu Jitsu. I told you, the more you hear about this movie, the more ludicrous it sounds. So, this alien, having given us the art of Jiu Jitsu, returns every 6 or so years, fights people who know of its presence and have trained for, I don't know, 5 or 6 years, because since it's coming back every 6 years, it clearly can't be any more than that, to fight this creature. This reminds me so much of Ridley Scott in the Alien franchise, which is to say, the more you know about its origins, the less interesting it is. With the original Alien, the creature itself was a force of nature. It's like essentially a two-legged shark that goes about its business with maximum efficiency and brutality. That's it. There's a story there, but we don't need to know what it is. For now, let's just accept this thing for what it is. Simple, clean, concise. But oh no, Ridley Scott can't have that. He has to make all this other nonsense to explain it away. Well, there's a neo-alien, and there's an engineer who made the alien, who the AI made the alien. Utter nonsense, which serves to not only ruin the alien, but everything else around it. And Jiu Jitsu is exactly like that. It's so ludicrous, its story. Now keep in mind something. I say it's ludicrous Though most of the movies I enjoy immensely are, by their very nature, ludicrous. That's not the problem in and of itself. The idea is you have to sell the ludicrousness. You have to make me go, that was batshit crazy, but it works. I can't do that here. This movie is not only ludicrous, but it doesn't work. It's too derivative. It doesn't give you anything new. And that's a pity, because if you watch it, and it's not a bad movie by any stretch of the imagination, though you watch it and you see what could have been. If the alien were just introduced as an alien, you could hint at its origin, sure, but don't tell us something like they come here every 6 years and they taught us jiu-jitsu nonsense. Don't want to know it. It's dumb. Don't want to hear it. Instead, have, let's say, a cult of warriors who worship around the coming of this creature. And every 6 years, they train a champion to face it. That's it. Don't give me the details. I don't want to hear about that alien teaching anyone fucking jiu-jitsu. If you're going to go that route, and I wish they didn't, but if they were, tease that out. Don't just lay that out there like a dead fish, which is what it felt like. Tease that, hint at it, but don't say it, because it's stupid. And so, I remember when the first trailers for Jiu-Jitsu aired, and they emphasized the whole Nick Caginess of it. And that looked interesting, because Nick Cage is an interesting actor. Though this is not an interesting movie. It's not bad, it's certainly watchable if you have an hour and a half, however long it is. Though be prepared to be disappointed and a bit underwhelmed. This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Review. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know down below. And as usual, consider a like or a follow.